He tries to knock it down. He wanted the out call, but the officials give it to Marist. Again, the double block, and again, on the opposite hitter, Wilkins.
Dempsey starting to pile up points now on the serve, and that one put away at the net by Matt Wilkins. That's a huge point for Wheaton Warrenville South because they are down by 5, but now they're serving.
Jim, we've talked about it before. I don't think there's any sport where momentum plays a bigger part of it than volleyball. There can be quick 5 or 6 point swings.
And there's no such thing as a safe lead either, because the momentum changes so much. Block at the net. 4th block of the match for Morrison.
Yeah, and right now I think Wheaton Warrenville South is seeing number 4 and 14 in their sleep. They're everywhere. Again, the double block. A different hitter this time, but again, it's Kevin Morrison with a little help from Patrick Meyer.
6-point lead for Marist, and that one was touched on the way through. Not a true ace, but it's a point nonetheless.
Casey Gray, a youngster out of St. Alexander Junior High. I mentioned that because so many of these guys come from that great junior high volleyball program, St. Alexander, but Casey Gray that time makes the error, but that was a big serve, big point before.
Amazing that Marist has built up a 6-point lead considering they've lost 3 points off of serves. I mean, serves didn't go over the net.
Unforced errors, always a big part of these matches.
That's really the only blemish they have in this opening game.
Great up.
Tough chance there for Kevin Morrison. Ball came back over the net. The Tigers didn't intend to put it there. It came over nonetheless, and he had to try to do anything he could with it and couldn't get much done.
What a beautiful dig by Eric Larson. He's their best hitter, and he shows he can play a little defense, too.
Tigers in desperate need of points, and they needed that one right there. That's about as good as you can get when you're trying to come from behind. When you can get a point, the other team doesn't even get a chance to touch it.
You see serving right now for Wheaton Warrenville South, number 8. David Priest, he's the libero. He is the setter of the future. His little stepping stone. You got to work your way up to become the setter of Wheaton Warrenville South.
Call that against Marist, and now the Tigers, as we talked about, no lead is safe. A moment ago, Marist was trying to go up by 6. Now Wheaton Warrenville South, John is down by 3.
Yeah, good look at David Priest right there. Their libero this year. He'll be their starting setter next year in a long line of great tradition of setters. Eric Wilkins got that spot.
Priest missed by about 6 inches wide.
See, Dave has to learn when I'm saying good things about him, talking good things. You can't make an error right in the middle of it. It's not good.
Matt Amendola now back to serve for Marist.
He served it out ball last time, so let's see if Amendola goes back with the floater. He does.
Tigers, that one, was it touched on the way out? Yes, it was. Tigers get a big point.
How about that? Coming from the back row, huh? Coming from the back row on the head, Eric Larson.
Matt Wilkins will serve. His team down by 3.
Now both these teams used to pressure matches over the course of the season as it gets tight here in game 1 of the state championship. Best 2 out of 3.
Outside hit wide.
There's your graduates.
There are some of the many graduates from Wheaton Warrenville South High School.
Of course, you never know. It might be just wearing the outfit. We don't know if they have that graduate.
No, because you have to give the gowns
benefit of the doubt.
So.
Those cap and gowns, don't kid yourself. They're available at your local Halloween costume store.
Your Army surplus store. Marist by 3. They serve. Wheaton Warrenville South trying to fight from behind. Free ball for Marist. Blocked the net. And now Marist leading by 3, 21-18. Excuse me, 22-18. Wheaton Warrenville South will call timeout.
3 points away from winning game 1. Bodie Ebergen, he got a great hit, but great defense by the Marist Redskins. Gets the ball back. Ebergen really hit the ball well, number 6. Get a good look at the Marist team there. What a ride they've had. Let's look on the replay. Watch the hit here, Jim, and watch the defense, the block. Marist responds. And I think the difference in the game right now, defensively, Marist at the front line outplaying Wheaton Warrenville South. There's a good look at Bob St. Ledger. We mentioned he won a couple of state championships as a player at Sandburg High School, and there's Billy Schreier. 4:05.
Long.
See if that opens the door. There's a good look at Bodie Ebergen.
Wheaton Warrenville South needs to reel off a couple of points here. First to 25, but you got to win by 2. The kill comes from the outside from Tommy Clark.
Tommy Clark, he was out for a month, Jimmy. They missed him for a month with a broken foot. Tommy Clark is back, and it adds to the Marist weapons because everybody got better with him out, and he's been back the last couple of weeks. A big part of Marist's run here in the state tournament.
Yerkes to serve. Wheaton Warrenville South running out of time. That is wide. Oh, they rule it was touched by the Marist Redhawks. Wow.
Well, Eric Larson was trying to convince the official, and apparently did a good job. Let's watch on the replay.
Good call. Good call.
The CN 100 camera crew right there to catch it. Good call indeed.
Tigers get a crucial point. They're down by 3. Off the kill, the Tigers get the block. Marist regroups. And Marist now 1 point away from winning game 1.
Only get 2 timeouts per match. Wheaton Warrenville South out of their timeouts. Marist can taste game 1 and a potential first win.
Kevin Murphy to serve. The Redhawks fans on their feet. And a big kill put away at a big time by Matt Nussbaum.
Oh, that's got to be very depressing for DuPage Valley teammates to watch Matt Nussbaum play, huh? Kid's only a sophomore. Boy, is he going to be good. They got a bunch of good sophomores. Jeske is another one.
Tigers down 3. Game point for Marist. Long. Wheaton Warrenville South down by 2.
Little bit too much adrenaline from Casey Gray. He tasted it, but he tasted it too much. Hit it out. And Bob St. Ledger, I think, is going to call a timeout and settle his troops down. You talk about pressure, folks. 24-22 state championship on the line. Boy, Marist has had a ton of close games just getting here. Jim, they had to beat Providence in a dramatic 3-game set in the sectional championship. Third game was 27-25. In the sectional opener, they had to beat Lincoln Way Central in 3 games. So they have been in pressure matches before. There you see the hit by Casey Gray, way out.
Marist has been in control of this opening game most of the way, but Wheaton Warrenville South clawing back in it and staying alive. We are at Hoffman Estates High School. Jim Blaney along with John Cohn. It is the home of the Hawks. It is where the Tigers and Redhawks are playing.
They've hosted the state championship, Jim, for a number of years. Do a tremendous job. Always put on a great show here.
Marist trying to put this opening game away, and they do.
With Definity. Wow, Casey Gray.
Big kill by Casey Gray.
No doubt about that one. Marist wins game 1. Wheaton Warrenville South with, I think, in their state tournament run, Jim, they have only lost 1 other game. They've had a much easier road. You see the Redhawks celebrating? They don't have the big one yet, but that's game 1 of the books. Casey Gray getting some high fives.
And we need to give you an indication of how big of a win this is for Marist to win the first game when you're playing the 3-time defending state champs. And they get self-explanatory. Back with more in a moment on the CN 100 High School Game of the Week.
He won 2 state championships as a player, but he's never won one as a coach, and he is but 1 game away. But you got to knock off the champions, and they are the black-shirted Wheaton Warrenville South team.
And again, the unforced errors have been the story really for Marist so far. It's the only thing they've done wrong, John. And they did win game 1, so it didn't cost them. And that will be touched before it goes over the sideline by Matt Wilkins, so it's a point for Marist.
Yeah, but despite the unforced errors, Jim, Marist controlling play at the net. And Dave Nelson, all 6 feet 5 inches of him. His sister Abby plays volleyball at the University of Illinois. Abby was a great player at Marist as well.
Blocked and put away by Garrett Dempsey.
Now, when your setter is making blocks, you know you're in good shape. Garrett Dempsey, we mentioned, number 10, the East Suburban Catholic Conference Player of the Year. And there's Eddie Yerkes, the team captain. Plays for a TAC club volleyball team.
Big kill by Matt Nussbaum.
Yeah, I think if you're Wheaton Warrenville South, Jim, you got to keep hitting, right? You can't let the blocking of Marist intimidate you. You got to stay aggressive.
6 kills for Nussbaum so far in the game. Blocked at the net, and the Tigers decide to put it over and free ball. On the other side, that was partially blocked and goes out. So give a kill to Casey Gray, and Marist will serve again.
Tell you what, he gets his money worth out of every hit, doesn't he, Casey Gray? He does not hold back They list him at 6'4", probably a little closer to 6'3", but he can get up and he really gets after the volleyball.
Marist leading 3-2. Tigers had nothing working there. They tried to put it deep and then they just let it fall on their side of the floor. And right now, Marist building momentum and the Tigers looking a little bit unorganized.
Pat Meyer, number 14, continues to be a force defensively at the net for Marist.
Marist leads at 4-2, and Kevin Murphy a little too much club.
That's like giving the champions a little bit of an opening. And again, serving has been a problem throughout for Marist, but they've been able to, thus far anyways, overcome.
Obviously, that's in. Big serve and a big point for Lurson. There's a sense of urgency, no doubt.
Called it out?
They called that out?
Wow. We had a pretty good view of it. It certainly looked like it was in.
Well, I thought that was in.
Yep.
Oh, well. 2-point lead for Marist. And Tigers trying to get one back. They don't. Free one at the net. Marist gets control. Murphy puts it over. Tigers with a chance here. And they cash in. They trail by one, 5-4.
Yeah, nice hit from Mac Wilkins, and the Tiger flag waves. There's Eric Lorson, number 15, the big junior hitter. Tigers look a little more confident here in game 2. Coach Bill Schreier talks about dividing the season into thirds, one of the recipes for his success. First third of the season, all about fundamentals, Jimmy's. Second third, middle part of the season. Develop your system, and the final third of the season, and no team has done it better come state tournament time, is execution.
Tigers trail by one. Priest serves, got a little help. Wheaton Warrenville South has just not been able to develop a consistent attack, and that time the net gets touched by one of the Marist Redhawks, and that'll be a point for Wheaton Warrenville South. They tie it up at 5.
Nice dig by David Priest. Very nice dig. He's going to get the serve, but he's playing some solid defense. Good look at Dave right there. Be the starting setter for probably 90% of the teams in the state of Illinois, but he's got to wait his turn here at the great Wheaton Warrenville South.
Second time in a row, Priest hits the net in the serve. Second time in a row, Priest ends up with a point. And for the first time since early in game 1, Wheaton Warrenville South trying to get the lead. Marist to serve. They lead at 6-5. That time to kill by Matt Calloway.
Got through the block that time. Another one of their young sophomores, Matthew Calloway, and one of the few times they actually get it through the Marist block. Good hit by Calloway. Another of that young, talented sophomore class for the Tigers.
Tigers trying to get the lead. Tied up at 6 right now. Blocked. And a big block. And it was a combination between Kevin Morrison and Pat Meyer, the junior.
And we're going to have our CM100 player of the game right now, and it might be 2 of them. Those 2 guys right there, they've been all over the court defensively, just intimidating at the front line. The senior, Patrick Meyer, and the junior.
Amendola serves. And that hit the sideline antenna, so it'll go back to Marist. And every time Wheaton Warrenville South has gotten close, Marist has run back out to the lead. Amendola serves with Marist leading 8-6. That one bunted back into the net. Tigers is not generating a chance to really get some kills and get some offense going, John. They put it into the back row. They just have to send it back over the other way to the Redhawks. On the outside, trying to put it away from Marist is Tommy Clark. Comes back over. The Tigers get a point. They trail by 1.
That's a nice little play right there, huh? You got your setter, Eric Wilkins, faking the set and driving the ball down. Not really a spike, but kind of a hit from the setter. That's part of your offensive artillery, and Wilkins did it to perfection.
8-7. Marist has the lead. Make it 9-7. Big kill from the outside by Kevin Morrison.
Nice back set, too. Nice back set by Garrett Dempsey, the assist king. And Kevin Morrison having a heck of a game. There's the set by Dempsey. No defense for Wheaton Warrenville South, and Morrison had the easy open lane.
And that one just long.
It's amazing that Marist has won game 1, leads here in game 2, and the amount of missed serves, automatic points for the Tigers. Really beyond that, regular volleys back and forth, Jim. They've pretty much dominated play, have the Redhawks.
Jeske serves for Wheaton Warrenville South, and putting it away is Nelson.
He's having some fun out there, huh? 6 feet 5 inches tall, gonna play some club volleyball.